morning. It's Monday, and I think by now you all know what that means as we get along as quickly as we can with the Belgian Grand Prix here today. Episode number, I believe it is number 75. Number 75. Number 75. Yeah. Had a good few races to start off with. But now it's business time. Now it's time to get the girls' business heads on. We shall take, because we haven't done it yet, a new energy store, and we'll take a new control electronics for the Belgian Grand Prix. All well and good. We'll also take a few other things as well. Let's have a look at the market. I know a lot of people were saying, get rid of Tatiana. But we've kept hold of her. Take a look at some of the drivers here. Jack Aitken. Not bad, not bad. There may be someone I'm interested in. Maybe. In the future. I tell you what, Mick Schumacher on a free. That wouldn't be a bad upgrade in the slightest, would it? Once you put all his things on him. That's got to be a pretty darn good upgrade, don't you think? But maybe if we do go for a new teammate, maybe go back to my Red Toro Rosso days, get the man Gasly in the team. Or get Cheeky Lando, get Lando Norris. What about a super team with Jackie and Lewis Hamilton? That'd be a team that no one would come up with, would it? There you go. Namaste. Namaste. Oh, I've enough dribbled on that. Let's look at the championship, shall we? Jackie leads away by 35 points from Tatiana Calderon. Valtteri Bottas, the man Gasly, Alex Albon, Danny Ricciardo, Lando Norris, Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, your top 10. In the Constructors, Chaseliner-Ganassi Racing lead the way from Mercedes, AlphaTauri, Red Bull, Ferrari, Renault, McLaren, Williams, Racing Point, Alfa Romeo and the Haas team. And I say we lead the way, we're absolutely annihilated and dominated a lot of people. Still yet to score, Hollywood Lance Stroll, Nick De Vries, Antonio Giovinazzi, Kimi Raikkonen, Nobuhiro Matsushita and Nicholas Latifi. So let's get on with it then, folks.
Hey,
nothing to stick in there. Yeah, we could manage our time, but there was nothing there to go for 2 days, Carl. So shut the fuck up. Do you want to shut the fuck up and shut the fuck up? We'll get practiced, we'll get qualified, and we'll see you on the start line for the start of the Belgian Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen.
We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. Spa-Franchochamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk about Rose. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Rose lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Tatiana Calderon, and Albon, Ocon, Sainz, Kvyat, and Sergio Perez. Leclerc, Bottas, Lando Norris, and Gasly, Magnussen, Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Nicholas Latifi. Russell, Raikkonen, Matsushita, and Nick De Vries. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Well, if Carl wishes to keep the momentum going, I think Jackie's gone and done the perfect scenario here. It is P1. at the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the race strategy for today. It's going to be a one-stop, 22 laps of pure hell. One stop onto the, there we go, the medium tyre for the rest of the race. And then hopefully it's plain sailing from there. But something tells me it may not be plain sailing. That's why you clicked on the video. You want to see if Jackie gets to the end of the race in one piece. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. Who knows? Well, here we go. It's lights out and away we go at the Belgian Grand Prix here in season number 4. And Jackie gets into last source. Very nice. Oh, almost gets her nose chopped off, but I believe that's Esteban Ocon. Could be wrong. No, it's Danny Ricciardo, I think. In that Renault as we go side by side up Eau Rouge. That's Ricciardo and Hamilton side by side. Can you believe it? That was who had the biggest cojones there, and we all know the answer to that question. It will be both of them, because both of them think that they are the best going through that corner side by side. But you can see it's Lewis Hamilton in P2 with Danny Ricciardo P3 as we head through Les Combes and Malmedy down to the Brussels hairpin. Liège corner will be next as you flick it through. This is where Bottas had his incident last year. Eat shit, Bottas, as somebody very nicely said. Oh, a little wide through Pouhon as you head down to the Fagnes chicane, and the Fagnes chicane will lead on to Stavelot. Brilliant on board. You go through the Fagnes chicane, coming up to the first part of the Stavelot corner. Very nicely done indeed, and then Stavelot 2, which will lead on the long run to Blanchimont. Still, Jackie has Lewis Hamilton all over her rear end. Tell you what, Lewis Hamilton went on his day in this season 4. He showed up, but it's almost as if he needs a better car out there as we head to the bus stop chicane for the first time out of 22 laps. And look at that, flick right, flick left, back onto the main straight, and Lewis Hamilton is still there, folks. He's interested. I thought he'd be interested. He's not interested just yet. But he will size up car 42. I think he's got a great run out of last horse. This is going to be side by side down to the Eau Rouge complex. Oh, that's it. Oh no, Hamilton has gone around. No, not again. Not Eau Rouge again. Oh, this happened, I believe it was with Sebastian Vettel. Oh, well, there may have been a bit of contact there. There may have been a bit of contact. But to be fair, you can't go side by side through Eau Rouge. It's absolutely insane to even think that you can do that. And as the green flags fly, it looks like Ricciardo got held up, and Tatiana's going to take advantage, moving into P3. She's going to try and get Max Verstappen. There goes Jackie. She's got a nice lead now. We see Verstappen and Calderon side by side. Esteban Ocon right behind them in the Renault. And I think, is Calderon going to go around the outside of the Brussels hairpin? You better believe she's going to go around the outside of the Brussels hairpin, and she'll make it work as well. But although she's got the inside for Liège, and now they're still going to be side by side. Down to Pouhon. Who's got the biggest you-know-whats? Who do you think is going to be car 24? And she'll take the lead from the Dutchman as we move on to lap number 4 now. And you can see that Ricciardo has gained advantage here. He's going to go to the inside of Jackie down to the Les Combes chicane. We will see a repeat of what happened. Oh no! Yes, we will. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Tatiana got collected. Why always Spa for Tatiana? It's been an absolute calamity of errors at Spa every season. Well, that was oh, that's just terrible. That's I'm going to call that a racing incident, I'm afraid. Let's have a look at this from Tatiana's point of view. Jackie's held her line, let's be fair. She's outbraked Ricciardo. But Ricciardo, oh, there's just nowhere for Tatiana to go. Every single time, and I think his teammate is going to come and get some revenge here as Esteban Ocon goes to the outside of Max Verstappen, and Verstappen's going to challenge Jackie into... Oh, no, don't do it! Oh, not Verstappen! What is it with everybody? Everybody's trying to make Les Combes, and they're not making Les Combes. Jesus wept. So you can see Verstappen's got the inside here. And he's just drove into her. And he's actually nerfed the tyre wall there a good chunk as well. As we go to Nick De Vries with Noruhubu Matsushita. I tell you what, some of these backmarker teams are going to end up with a point here if they're not careful. Yellow flags there flying as De Vries gets past Matsushita for P18. We're going to move on to lap number 6 now, and still Esteban Ocon is with Jackie. You watch, there'll be another incident into Eau Rouge. Sorry, Les Combes. Oh no, they can go side by side with her. That's a relief. At least we know that as we go to Valtteri Bottas with the man Gasly right behind him. It's going to be for P8. Oh, Gasly, what a power run by Gasly. He's earned the right to stick his nose in there. The AI coding must be all over the place if Eau Rouge, sorry, not Eau Rouge, I keep calling it Eau Rouge. It's not Eau Rouge, it's early, folks. That's my excuse for them sticking to it. But Bottas keeps P8 for the moment as we go to Lewis Hamilton, who's got past Matsushita somewhere. Don't quite know where he's got past Matsushita, but he's now passing Nick De Vries for P16 after Tatiana and Verstappen have pitted for their misdemeanors. Both of them, well, Tatiana was collected by Ricciardo after Ricciardo drove into Jackie. Although my friend Richard will say it's a drive-through penalty for Jackie. Whose side are you on, Richard? I'm kidding, mate, I'm kidding. Side by side now, Valtteri Bottas and the man Gasly still for P8 as they start lap number 7. Heading to Les Combes, and Gasly's got the outside line here. Will we see Gasly go power? No, they're going to go side by side through Eau Rouge. You watch this. I wish we could go on board and see this. Oh, here we go. Ask and you shall receive. Oh, someone got a little wiggly there. And I do mean a little wiggly. I don't know which one it was, but they may have been all over the place. And watch Lando Norris behind Bottas. He's going to take advantage here. He's going to try and get us. We've got... Oh, you're kidding me. Another car in the wall. And I wonder what happened with Esteban Ocon, folks. I wonder what happened with Ocon as Norris gets past Bottas for P... Well, that was going to be for P8 now. It was P9. I wonder if someone's going to drive into the side of Jackie again. I took too much curb. He took too much curb. Where were you going? Where were you going? Let's have a look at that. I bet you're going to see Jackie's going to give plenty of space. There you go, side by side, so plenty of space. He's earned the right to be there. And he's drove onto the curb. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I ask what the hell all the time, and it is the right question to ask. What the hell? Dear me. Anyway. This part of the video is sponsored by hot chocolate covered shortbread. Damn, that stuff is tasty. Oh, excuse me, as we look at Alexander Albon here now, he's got to run down to Eau Rouge here. He's got a mega run. Oh, he's lost it! Boom! No! Oh, dear me. Now, he definitely didn't touch her there. That has to be a safety car, because that was an absolute... Oh, that was a pile driver. No one's going to want to see stuff like that. Especially into a corner, you're going in at about, what, 160, 170 miles an hour. That was a rather nasty crash here as we look at, see if we can see what happened from Bottas here. All the way down in P10. Not really. Oh. What the hell's Bottas doing? Jesus Christ, Bottas! He's lost all centre direction as well. He must have. Do you know what? I wonder if there was some oil. As we got Jackie in the pits now. I wonder if there's some oil because he was sliding before he got into the corner there. I wonder if somebody's sprung a leak down there. So here comes Jackie into her garage of 18 women holding rubber. Will he beat that Ferrari out? Yes, we will. With the greatest of ease as well. So that should put us in the race lead again. Because I imagine everyone's coming for a stop here. That's what I imagine. Oh, excuse me. She almost ran into the safety car here. So get ready for the restart on lap 10 to come and start lap number 11. Halfway through this race, folks. And we still got halfway to go. We still got plenty of action here for you. That's the good news. The bad news is we've still got plenty of action for you as we get the restart. We're off on green and racing underway again here at Spa-Franchochamps. Into last source goes Jackie, and that's brilliant cornering. Now let's see if she can defend against who is this behind her now? Is that Charles Leclerc behind her? I think it is Charles Leclerc behind her as we go side by side up our route. It definitely is the Monegasque driver. Still, yellow flag were flying there. I don't know what's going on there. Something must have cracked off there. As we head side by side down to Eau Rouge and see, look. Jackie can take a corner normally. Why can't they? Exactly. As we look back down the rear wing of Nova Hubri Matsushita in the Haas car. Now forward facing as we're going to see Lewis Hamilton glide down the left, I think. He's got the hard tyres on. I wonder if he's going to have to make a pit stop again. I can see that Tatiana's put softs on, so she's going to have to make another stop. In fact, she's going to do that stop right now. So that's another race ruined for Tatiana Calderon. All by the mistake of Danny Ricciardo. What was he thinking, guys? I mean, honestly, what was he thinking? I haven't got a clue what goes through the AI code. Is going flying it through Eau Rouge. And then at the top of the hill, Radion, down the Kemmel Straight. Is Charles Leclerc going to get even closer? I don't think he is. Excuse me. People with speakers will need to have turned that down by now. As we look at Lewis Hamilton with Kimi Raikkonen here for P14. He's got Esteban Ocon in his rear wing. Side by side go the former 2007 champion and the 7-time world champion. And that is easy as you like. Thank you very much. Now, on to Lando Norris. And he's with George Russell. George Russell here, folks, has pulled a blinder. He's in P6 at the moment, and that looked like Nicholas Latifi behind him for P8. So we could see these little teams get some big points today. Hopefully that'll be the case as Lando goes around the outside. That was easy, like takes P6 from that man as we go to Antonio Giovinazzi with the man Gasly right behind him. The man Gasly who won the British Grand Prix last year. He's come close on many occasions in that updated AlphaTauri. And he's going to take P9 off the Italian driver. And oh my God, there was a lot of chopping off there. As we go to Nick de Vries with Valtteri Bottas. And I assume, well, that will be Max Verstappen behind him. Because Alexander Albon decided that the wall was a good thing to have a bite out of early in the race. Who would have thought that there? I think we saw Esteban Ocon and Kimi Raikkonen behind them. Yes, we did. That will be for P15. We'll get onto that in a second as Bottas and De Vries still side by side. This is almost a home Grand Prix for De Vries. He's born just over the border in Holland. As now I saw a hip check there from Bottas. That was out of order. There's a Bottas hip check, and he's best up to Vries, and that's going to bring Max Verstappen past him. I do not agree with that move, and I want that investigated because that was a hip check. And there's Hamilton all over De Vries' rear wing. As so it looks like Kimi kept P15 for the moment, but how much longer? As here comes Esteban Ocon in an absolute superior Renault. We're going to have to watch out for that Renault at the next Grand Prix in Monza, the Italian Grand Prix. And that is P15 for the Frenchman. As we now move a little further into the lap, and Nick De Vries, after getting hip-checked by Hamilton's teammate, he's now about to be overtaken by Hamilton into the bus-stop chicane, side by side. Excuse me. That's for P... What's that for? That's for P13. Look at Ocon. Ocon's real. Imagine if Ocon was still up the front, folks, and he hadn't made his boo-boo, as we will call it. And that's all you can call it, an absolute boo-boo. It's ridiculous. I tell you what, Nick De Vries is showing me something here as he's side by side with Hamilton through Eau Rouge on top of the hill at Radion. He's going to lose another position here because here comes Esteban Ocon. Oh, Ocon's passed him in before DRS. Jesus Christ, he's right on the back of Hamilton now. He's going to have a go. I tell you what, I give Esteban Ocon some credit there. He was going to have a go at Lewis Hamilton into late com. No one would have actually blamed him. Now, Nicholas Latifi. I said this, he was having a stellar race here, but he's about to be passed by Antonio Giovinazzi. That's P8. And oh, hello, says Bottas. Excuse me. I'll just come through if you don't mind. Come through and take that position off you as well. And right behind him is big time Max Verstappen. No, we can't call Max Verstappen big time. That's silly. Oh, poor George Russell's about to lose another spot here to the man Gasly. That's a P7. Tell you what, give George some credit here. I don't think he's gonna still be there, is he? No, Gasly has him into last horse, P7 for the Frenchman. As Bottas is now about to pass Giovinazzi. It looks like Verstappen has got past Nicholas Latifi somewhere. Yes, he has. Where is Latifi? Actually, where's Latifi gone? Latifi has dropped all kinds of positions here. He's down with Esteban Ocon. I think we need to see a replay here of what's been going on. But how about side by side through Eau Rouge again? These two absolute nut jobs. I call them nut jobs with the greatest of respect, because they are a bit crazy, a little bit. Oi, Bottas almost did his best Alexander Albon impression. Speaking of Alexander Albon, it looks like his teammate Max Verstappen's going to breeze past Giovinazzi. And all those points I said for the little teams has disappeared in the blink of an eye. Yeah, Nicholas Latifi has got passed by Hamilton somewhere. And now Esteban Ocon's side by side with him through the bus stop chicane. As this is lap 14, come to start lap number 15. There's Tatiana in the background having a, well... She's having a disappointing race, folks, because, honestly... These last few races for Tatiana have been really, really disappointing. I cannot understand what's gone wrong with Tatiana. Someone's going to have to explain that as Ocon gets past Nicholas Latifi. And watch that Williams behind him and Nick De Vries. Nick De Vries has got an absolute run. Go on, get yourself some. He's passed him. Great move from the Williams driver. Now, here's Tatiana. She's going to get past Noruhubu Matsushita here, and Danny Ricciardo's right on his tail. Yeah, I'd get past Ricciardo as quick as you can, because, bloody hell, like he was standing still. Standing still, that man. Now, on to lap number 16. And you see Jackie still in the lead from Charles Leclerc. But it is by literal inches. As we go through Malmedy down towards the Brussels hairpin, Charles Leclerc having to think about it, but not quite getting the job done. As Nicholas Latifi is about to be passed, I think, by Kimi Raikkonen. See, I'd love to do a season with Kimi Raikkonen, give Kimi the old glory back. Oh, nice as you like, P15 for that man. And there's Esteban Ocon in his rear wing. We'll see if Ocon gets the job done as here comes Leclerc. Oi, Jackie, that was late. That almost came out of the Max Verstappen playbook as Carlos Sainz is about to go into P2. Excuse you, says Carlos. Now he's challenging for the lead. Now you're out your damn mind. Now you're out your mind, because that was never going to work. And now he's back into Leclerc's path, and Leclerc just drove around him. So that was a great series of corners through Blanchemont and the bus stop chicane as the man Gasly catches up to Lando Norris. This could be for P6 here, side by side through the bus stop chicane. And there you go. I think Lando's going to clear him. No, Gasly is still there, folks. And we mean still there, unfortunately. We really do mean there. Although he may have cleared him now, and he has cleared him now. So keep Norris in P6 as Ricciardo looks to... Is that Ricciardo? Yes, that is Danny Ricciardo. We're looking at the... I think we're looking at the wrong guy here, because... Where are we looking? No, I'm looking at the right guy. He's with Kimi Räikkönen for P15. Well, what's Tatiana doing back there? How has Tatiana lost free... Can somebody explain to me why Tatiana is now back behind Nobuhiro Matsushita? Has Tatiana done it again? Jesus Christ, girl. You're infuriating sometimes as my battery decides now is the perfect time to run low. As Charles Leclerc almost gets turned out of his skin there. I'm going to have to go and grab my charger here. As we got Pierre Gasly and Lando Norris fighting each other for P6 out there, and the man Gasly has got his man, finally got his man I should say. Bear with me a second folks, I am going to try my best to narrate this as we go along. We've got, who we got here? We got Lewis Hamilton passing, no we've not got Lewis Hamilton, Bottas passing George Russell I do believe. Here's Lewis Hamilton with Esteban Ocon behind him. Excuse me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I really am going to have to get my charger here. Although I've got a feeling I know exactly where it is. Yeah, I thought so. All the way at the other end of the bloody room. This is fucking Simon, this is. Takes the absolute biscuit. Sometimes he's infuriating. And when he's infuriating, he's really infuriating. We've still got Ocon and Hamilton though side by side. Boo on! No less, and that's going to be P11 for that man. Now, how did you get back behind Nobuhiro Matsushita here, Tatiana? Can you explain that to me? Please explain that to me. Pretty please explain that to me. Well, you passed him now. No, you're not. As much as you want to think you passed him, you're really not. There we go. We've managed to get our charger in before the laptop decided to have an absolute field day. Where are we again? Right, let's have a look. We're in Spa-Franchochamps here. Get on with it. Actually, that was Nicholas Latifi, not Tatiana. I'd love to know how Ricciardo got that far up the field. Especially now as he's passing Nick de Vries. We've already seen Russell being passed by Verstappen, so it looks like Russell's going to score nil points at this Grand Prix, and there goes Ricciardo past Nick de Vries. Now on to lap number 18. I can get my composure back here, get it all back in the right sense, as Charles Leclerc has another go to the inside. Why has he got the hard tyres on? No one knows why he's got the hard tyres on. He's also around! No, not again! Oh, not again. Everyone is screaming at the monitor. Not again. Deary mate, we don't even have a replay for that. Oh, it's probably, frankly, quite embarrassing. As we go to Antonio Giovinazzi. He's got Danny Ricciardo all over his rear wing. And Ricciardo is going to have a go. Now, you shouldn't have passed there, Ricciardo. You should not have passed there, son. That was yellow flags. And, Tatiana is back behind Nicholas Latifi. Why? Oh, so Leclerc is still there, folks. So here we go through Puan. Charles Leclerc disqualified. Why is there you go. See, now tell me it's Jackie's fault. There you go. Charles Leclerc's been disqualified. Absolutely rightly. So that must not have been Leclerc's first offence then. Either that or something wrong happened there. But we've now gone on to lap number 19. And here comes Carlos Sainz now. We're looking the wrong way. We need to be looking that way. Now, watch this. See? It's not Jackie. It's not Jackie. She gave plenty of space there. So, nah. As we got Lewis Hamilton with George Russell now. George Russell back in the points in P9. Will he keep P9 and will he lose that? So, well, there goes Hamilton. Easy as you like. Breezes past him. Ocon wants that point. Give it here, says the Frenchman, and he's not going to get it. As we've got, well, here's the Mad Russian. Here's someone who's got on quietly with the race. The Mad Russian, Danny Kvyat. He's trying to pass Carlos Sainz while Carlos Sainz is trying to pass Jackie. Get your nose out of there, you dirty Spaniard. Fucking Spaniard, whatever, as we start lap number 20, side by side with Jackie into La Source. And we'll see that from onboard Jackie's point of view. So you can see how nicely she took La Source and how easily that it's going to be heading down to the first corner. Oh no, it's side by side through Eau Rouge. Oh, how close to the wall do you want to get? That is harsh driving! That is fantastic driving! They almost run each other off the track. Brilliantly executed there from the Spaniard and the American. As we got free wide now with Danny Kvyat. Oh, it's going to end in tears. I told you it's going to end in tears. No, not again, not Danny Kvyat. What is going on with Lecom this weekend? Oh, dear me. Well, you know what I think happened there? Oh, and then Kvyat gives some to Carlos Sainz there. I think, you know what, I think she thought that, I don't think she anticipated there were three wide here. I think she was expecting, well, seeing that, maybe Kvyat, we'll call that a racing incident. Very debatably a racing incident. I know Richard Harnety will probably have another thing to say about that. I think he's got an issue with the two girls. Oh, hello. Oh, ow, who was that piled in? Somebody piled in there. Let's have a look at this view here for the other Renault. I believe that's Ricardo. Is he going to be the one that piles in here? Oh, eat shit. It's like a parking lot on Lake Cobb. What's Joe Vanazzi going to find when he gets down here? Joe Vanazzi's probably going to find a mess when he gets down here. Oh! Ho, ho, ho! Ouch! What? That had to hurt there. Who was that? Was that George Russell? He ran into the back to the must have been, because this is Nick de Vries. I think it's Nick de Vries anyway. Yeah, this is Nick de Vries there. He's oh, that wasn't who I thought it was it? I know Tatiana's stuck back there somewhere. Let's have a look on board Raikkonen. Nope, it was Raikkonen. Who's down now? Which one's this one? I can't tell. Oh, that's Latifi, because I can just see the Canadian flag there at the bottom of the screen. What's you gonna find? Tatiana. Ow! Tatiana's been blocked in. Ridiculous, this racing today. Now, Bottas! Bottas has quietly come back into P3 here. He's got past, well, it looks like Gasly back there, not Kvyat. We'll see, we'll try and get a number on that Alpha Tauri. But Bottas is quietly getting along with his business as he comes on to lap 21 here. Side by side with Hollywood Land Stroll through Eau Rouge and get another hip check. Yep, get another hip check. That move has got to be banned. He's going to do some damage to someone in a minute. But look at, is that the man Gasly? That is the man Gasly. Oh, go get you some Gasly. Give him a hip check. Look at the debris in Lecom. That is an amazing amount of debris. As Bottas gets past Gasly. Gasly's in P4 here. Now we're going to move on to lap number 22 here of the Belgian Grand Prix. And Carlos Sainz is coming back for more. Oh, this is great actions to finish the Grand Prix. And oh, well, now, come on. Carlos Sainz drove into her there. Everybody's driving into her for some reason. I haven't a clue why. They all need to get over themselves. And I mean seriously, get over themselves as Bottas and Gasly is a fight for P3. See, look, Gasly just did the same to Bottas. This is an AI coding thing at Lecom. I swear down, it's an AI coding thing. It's got to be. I think Sainz has got wing damage there, quite rightly so. As Max Verstappen's now going to look to get past Hollywood Land Stroll here for P5. And I can hardly believe that we're even having this this discussion, because it is a discussion that no, we shouldn't really be having. But it's controversial, this Grand Prix, for all the wrong reasons. And well, we just got to take a moment here to wonder what is going on, girl. No celebrating on the podium because, you know, no celebrating. He's going to celebrate anyway. She's going to win the Belgian Grand Prix, but it's not going to be a Belgian Grand Prix without controversy. The AI were just driving into her like absolute maddens. And I mean absolute maddens. What more do you need to say about that? Nick de Vries, driver of the day. What a crazy race.
That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted.
Well, I can tell you now, I had to hold a lot of angry drivers back from getting a hold of her. There's a lot of pissed off drivers below her right now.
Make their way out onto the podium.
Luckily, Carlos Sainz has kept his temper, although he's taken his time to spray some champagne. I bet he wishes he could take that bottle and whack it over her face. Not going to happen there, King Carlos. Oh, cue him up then.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Rose increases their championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Nick de Vries gets my vote today.
The Constructors' Championship may be a foregone conclusion at the moment, but regardless, let's look at the standings. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today, as they make their way up the standings. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
I tell you what, folks, that was probably the dirtiest Grand Prix I have ever been privileged to be a part of. Jackie wins a controversial Belgian Grand Prix from Carlos Sainz, Valtteri Bottas, Pierre Gasly, Max Verstappen, Lance Stroll, Lando Norris, Danny Kvyat. Nick de Vries picks up a couple of points, and Matsushita picks up a point as well. Ho ho! I'm not sorry about it now at all. Tatiana finishes 12th. Wow. She got tangled up in stuff that she didn't need to get tangled up in. Look at that. 4 DNS, Sergio Perez, Alex Albon, Kevin Magnussen and Charles Leclerc. Absolutely ridiculous, folks. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's go see what Claire has to make of that garbage, because that race was pure garbage, folks.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
Gladly.
Well, looks like your luck has changed. Things went a lot better than last weekend, didn't they?
Of course it did. Jackie won this week, she finished second last week. That's a big difference in my eye.
Would you say things between you and your rival got a bit heated today?
Lewis needs to take a chill. I think that's what we can say to that one.
It wasn't the cleanest race
No,
today, was it?
definitely wasn't the cleanest race today. I don't know what they were playing, that Idiot Magnet. Idiot Magnet, folks.
Appreciate your time.
And yours. I don't know what's going wrong, but something's going not right with my right eye. It seems to be a little blurry. I'm hoping that's just the lens that's covering my eye here. I'm hoping so anyway. But you saw that Jackie gets more points on a rivalry with Lewis Hamilton. We get some more acclaim for the girls. 2.7 more million pounds in the bank account. Always good to see. Another 100k from there. We're up to 35 million in the... Yeah, 35 million. There we go. I did a bit of a deep clean, and it was the lens. It was the lens that was playing around, making it a little blurrier than it should be. We'll renew some sponsors, because it's always good to renew some sponsors. Only a couple of days between the Belgian Grand Prix and the Italian Grand Prix, so we'll take a podium celebration party and some driver promotion filming, because I feel that that's the way to go. If you don't like the way that I've gone about it, El Tuffo. My team, my rules. What are we looking at here? The sponsors. Oh, the 7 days Zanzer and Sudu come up, so we'll get them sorted in a bit. And there is the championship. 60 points is the lead. 25 likes on the video, guys. You guys have been smashing it lately with the likes. Cannot thank you all enough. Do get subscribed for more F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. The last of Detroit Become Human this week. Death Stranding, Spider-Man, Train Sim World. Stay safe, be kind to each other. You can't be kind, please be quiet. And we'll see you tomorrow for some Death Stranding, folks.